What is up, everybody? Welcome to New Homes in Northern Colorado, the only place for your exclusive access to building a new home here in NoCo. My name is Amal. I am the sales counselor here at Wonderland Homes. This video is going to be the start of a little series titled, Is Buying a New Home Right for You? I think everyone would love a brand new home, and with the climate we're in and interest rates and down payments, it's not a great fit for everyone. So we wanted to start this video series to give people some guidance on deciding if, number one, buying a home is feasible for you, and two, can you take that next step and possibly purchase a new home? So this first video, we're going to talk about something that's very important, should be the starting place for any home search, and that's going to be your budget. Understanding what your budget is, how much you're qualified for, how much you're pre-approved for, and ultimately your monthly payment. So let's dive in and start on what we can do as far as getting your budget nice and tight so you can go out and buy with confidence. Okay, so you're out, you're shopping for homes, you come across one that looks really nice and you want to see if you can make it work. The first thing you want to do is talk to a lender or a mortgage professional about getting pre-approved for a mortgage. So sometimes you hear some language around that. You might hear pre-qualified versus pre-approved. Let me tell you why getting pre-approved is a much stronger position to be in versus pre-qualified. So in our process, when we have someone do our loan application here, we actually pre-approve them. And what does that mean? It means we actually pull your credit as well as collect your financial documents as much as we can. Typically that's going to be your taxes, last year's taxes, any type of pay stubs, your W-2s, things like that. If you are self-employed, showing that type of income. If you have some type of settlement or alimony, we collect that as well to make sure that you are pre-approved. In a process where you're pre-qualified, they might not require as many documents up front, which can sometimes hurt you, because once, let's say you're pre-qualified and you submit an offer on a home and it gets accepted, that's when they typically pull those documents from you as far as your financials. A lot of things can change from that pre-qualification to that pre-approval once they actually see your documents. So we recommend that folks at least get pre-qualified, but preferably pre-approved so that there are no surprises once you start moving forward in purchasing a home. Okay, so now that you're pre-approved, really the next step is going to be understanding what price point you're at, which is important, but more importantly, understanding what your monthly payment is going to be. So a lot of times when you go through that pre-approval process, they will give you a purchase price that essentially is the highest price that can be supported with your income and your credit score and things like that. So a lot of times people aren't comfortable with that payment where it's at. So it's not uncommon for someone to be qualified up to, let's say, $600,000, but they want to keep their purchase price and their payment closer to $500,000. So this is where buying a new home could potentially benefit you with getting more purchasing power out of where you're qualified or pre-approved at. So right now, builders are doing a lot to help make homes a little bit more affordable by buying the rate down for their buyers. So typically the rule of thumb is 1% of the price of the home equates to 0.25% rate buy down. So if a builder, for example, is offering $20,000 in financing used to buy your rate down, and let's say you're looking at a $400,000 loan amount, you could look at potentially buying your rate down over a percentage point, a percentage and a quarter, if you will. So something like that can give you a ton of purchasing power. So in layman's terms, you could be able to purchase a home at $500,000 with a payment at $400,000. So that's a big lever that a lot of builders are pulling now just to help make the homes more affordable. And that is giving these large financing incentives to help offset the higher interest rates, the higher closing costs, and making it a little bit more feasible for folks to get into a home. Another thing to keep in mind with budgeting and trying to find the package that works best for you is to explore different loan programs and products that they have. So a lot of times when you are shopping online or you see commercials, they will give you quotes and rates on a conventional loan. So that's a typical 30-year fixed loan. But there are so many more different types of products out there that a lot of builders can use to tailor to your specific situation. A big one that we see fairly often, which is a great product, is a VA loan. So if you have been in the military and served for a certain amount of time, you can take advantage of a VA loan, Veterans Affairs loan. So typically those loans are zero down payment. They have a lot better interest rates than conventional loans, and there's typically a little bit more protections for the buyer using a VA loan. Another type of product is FHA loan. So the Federal Housing Association, they give loans to folks who might not have a high down payment, but still can qualify for a mortgage. Those are great because, again, it allows you to get your foot in the door, get into home ownership. One of the downsides to those types of loans is mortgage insurance. Folks have to pay along with their typical mortgage because they're not putting a certain percentage down. So until you have 20% down or you have a certain amount of equity within the home that you're purchasing, there is an additional fee that you'll have to pay along with your monthly mortgage, insurance, taxes, and all that to help you get into that loan. So that is an option. It can be a little bit more pricey, but that is something out there for folks who, if they're wanting to get into buying a home, there are options out there for you. Another option that has been becoming more popular and honestly has gotten a bad rap since the last financial crisis, but it's been revamped and becoming more popular, is adjustable rate mortgages, or ARMs. So what these are is you have a fixed rate for a certain amount of time, and then after that time, your rate can adjust. So that is a great option for folks because it gives you a really low interest rate at the very beginning, and depending how it's structured, it could last, some of them are 2-year ARMs, 1-year ARMs. Right now we're doing a product, it's actually a 10-year ARM where you get a fixed rate for 10 years, and then after that it would adjust. So again, another great product that builders are offering, getting creative to help folks be able to overcome that affordability hurdle and get into home ownership. All right, there you have it. Those are some tips about budgeting for a new home to put you in the best position to purchase a home if that's something in your timeline in your future, something that you want to achieve. So let us know what you think. If you have any other ideas or if you have any experience with any types of loans, budgeting, getting pre-qual, getting pre-approved, let us know, share those in the comments, and we would love to hear from you. So that's all I got for you. Once again, my name is Amal. This is New Homes in NoCo, and happy building.